Right, we are back here, and this is Channel 196 in Star Times. Welcome to Cool TV, and this is Crossfire. I want to quickly say that the Senate eventually cleared 15 of the ministerial nominees, and then we'll be bringing you more stories on that. Ishama Againe is in the studio with me. We'll be running the show together as usual. Ishama, good morning.
Good morning and welcome to another beautiful day on Cool TV's Crossfire.
All right, a very beautiful Thursday morning, and I believe very strongly that all Nigerians are finding it a bit, comfortable settling down now that the ministerial list is getting cleared, and we have 15 ministers that have been cleared already, or the nominees. Now, some of the issues we'll be addressing on the show today will be to ask you Nigerians some questions. Why did the president submit a list of ministerial nominees without portfolio? Now, having said that, there's a need for all of us to begin to think or imagine who exactly will be occupying what ministry. Now, let me give you an example before we go into details. Former governor of Lagos State, Babatunde Raji Fashola, was cleared yesterday by the Senate. And interestingly, we have a lawyer in Babatunde Raji Fashola. Secondly, is that we have a Raji Fashola who spent 2 terms in office as the governor of Lagos State. Sure. And so you begin to wonder, will Babatunde Raji Fashola eventually find himself in the Ministry of Justice, or he will be found in the Ministry of Works?
And yesterday,
and then it can actually be confirmed. Yeah.
Some of the questions he was asked during the screening centered largely on those 2 areas. They were asking him questions on if he ends up becoming the minister for the FCT, his developmental projects and his policies and ideology. And some questions were also being asked as regards justice in Nigeria. The Ministry of Justice in Nigeria. So, yeah. And that was surprising surprising, I'll say, because I expected that the designated portfolio should have been submitted alongside the
Anyway,
names.
we'll be discussing that.
Because it should have been good for,
we'll be discussing
for them to narrow down.
You are the one saying that. You are the one
True.
saying that. The president probably have a very good reason for why portfolios were not submitted. But yet,
you think so?
Before we start that discussion in full, and we want to know your thoughts, we'll be reading out a couple of questions that we need answers to. From the studio point of view, we will definitely be throwing analysis on some of these issues, and then we need your thought. Make your contribution, pick up your phone, and try to be a part of the show as usual. But before we go very far, I quickly would just like to update you with some current trending stories across the country, coming from private sector and also coming from, our daily lives, the human side of the stories, and then definitely government intervention and programs, as the case may be now. Federal government to ban rice importation in the next 2 years. Now, federal government will definitely be coming out really very strong, on the ban of importation of rice in the next 2 years. So they're giving all importers of rice to begin to wrap up their activities and all of that. Now, reps want federal character in recruitment of 10,000 policemen. Now, we brought this story, Ishama, some time ago. The Nigerian police is recruiting an additional 10,000 men. Now, the truth is just that information of it, I wouldn't know, but we definitely will bring personnel to the show to come and give clarity. We have close to about 350,000 police officers in Nigeria, and on the show, we compared it with what obtains in Ghana. Ghana is a country of less than 30 million people, and they have 1 million police officers. And now, so you can compare that with Nigeria, with a population of close to 200 million, and we have 350,000. So we established on the show that all the time, is Nigeria actually under police? We'll be bringing, some important persons in the Nigerian police.
If you recall also some of the suggestions made by former governor of Lagos, Babatunde Raji Fashola, he advocated and opined strongly for state police. And his reasons were beautiful.
Yeah,
and
but
if that can be
I know of people who are actually
this,
against, state policing, and people have been talking against it, that is not going to work and all of that.
From a minute point of view.
It's only Fashola that is said. It's only Fashola in Lagos State that has said it.
He's not the only one.
Compared to
a lot
36.
Of people there has been a lot of people who have been advocating for it. On
Okay,
this
let's
show,
see.
we have canvassed for it. And if after listening to his argument yesterday and you still have a doubt in your heart, man, then there's a big problem.
Okay, let's see how events eventually unfolds. Now, Kachiko, Fashola, and so many other of the ministerial nominees eventually, they stole the show yesterday at the Senate screening. It was very intense. And don't forget, maybe the reason why newspapers are reporting Kachiko's interview and Fashola's interview, they spent time on them. Fashola almost lasted like 2 hours. The same thing with Kachiko. They were just going on and on and on and on and on, Before they released those guys, I mean, they were well tested, and I think Nigerians are ready to actually trust them going forward. Now, no sacred cow in anti-corruption war. That is what the Vice President of Nigeria, Vice President Yemi Oshiba said yesterday, and so we definitely will be seeing more of that story. Now, we have a package that we'll be bringing to you maybe sometime next week on the TSA. That is the single, treasury account that the federal government of Nigeria has brought by, and what happened is that federal government freezes INEC's accounts, for non-compliance. INEC did not exactly, because they didn't comply with that. They gave a deadline, and INEC did not. So the account have been shut. That is to say, federal government is serious about.
And INEC, they're actually feeling the pain right now because salaries also, and even checks for contractors are amongst the monies which have been frozen. So now they're running, from pillar to post, seeing how they can, correct their mistakes. And it's good because we need all of these bodies to begin to comply with directives of government. We cannot continue to have lawlessness and breach of law. And that's beautiful. Let's see how they comply.
All right, let's quickly take this human size story. And the reason why we're bringing this story to you is for every Nigerian in every situation and in every locality where you have found yourself. Be careful, be very careful. Now, I have observed, and we have observed, we talked about it, that Nigerians, we enjoy looking. We just enjoy to stand and look.
And
you see an accident, you park, even those of us, people who are driving, they just park to go and watch the scene of an accident.
Or take pictures
and all of
post
that.
On social media
and it's on this note we bring you this very sad story. Festac bank robbery. A man lost his child and his wife to that operation on Tuesday, and it's a very, very sad story. Both of them lost their life, mother and child. Now, the widower came out really very strong to, the widower came out really very strong, to really cry, and it was a very passionate scene when I was watching it on the TV. And the truth is just that they were not passers-by. A lot of people just enjoy to stand and watch. I don't know what is responsible for this woman's situation, but the truth is just that it is expected that Nigerians will flee, scenes that are really, really very dangerous. There's an armed robbery operation ongoing. People should try and take cover. There were armed men dressed, regulated, in military attires, and, there were many of them. I mean, accounts have it that there were about 40 of them. And bullets, were just straying all around. And it was a stray part of the bullet that hit this woman and his child, and both of them eventually lost their life.
Events like that, the first thing you do, take cover, be in a secure place, and call the relevant security operatives.
If you can.
If you can, to come over. But you standing there trying to take a closer look to see what's going on, or taking pictures and videos and posting to social media, that's not nice. Your safety is priority.
It's not so very good. Anyway, that's just about the headline stories that we'll bring to you today. We'll quickly go on a short break now. When we come back, we have a guest in the studio who will be joining us, and then we'll be talking about national issues. We'll be right back.
So, did you like what you just saw? I know you did. It's very simple. If you want to see more, just subscribe to our channel right now.